This is Terrance Gangsta Williams. You're now tuning into Gangsta, the original Hot Boy podcast.
So I have some questions I want to ask you about the Vlad interview and about current events.
All right, let's get it.
All right. So the first question is, can you tell us a little bit about Birdman and like where he got his game from and all of that?
When I was in, you know what? I like that question because when I was in prison, Birdman would always hit me up, text me or whatever, you know, on the computer. Man, hit me, man, call me, man. I need to holler at you. I need you to give me some game on something. Like he had a situation whereas he was trying to sign Rick Ross, Young Jeezy, Gucci Man at one time, and he was telling me like, man, you know, I would get with these dudes and we hang out, we do our thing, but it's like when it comes to this music, like it's like they ain't really trying to sign whatever came to be. I was like, well, first of all, you show them too much friendship, meaning like I give me an example where I say like take Puffy and Jay-Z. You're not gonna see them hanging out in the studio or besides doing music with the artists. You're not gonna see them in the strip club just doing all this kind of stuff with these artists. Like he was, like you might see them, Puffy might hang out, whatever, but you're not how Baby was doing. He was just doing it like more of a friendship. And sometimes an artist might look at you like, okay, yeah, you the big dog, yeah, you got the lead, but they get so friendly with you where they feel like they can play and do all kind of stuff. So it's like, I don't know if I really, you know, they'll take you serious for us on the boss side because now they're getting to see other sides of you and they seeing like they might play, you know, and sometimes you don't want to play. So, and then I was explaining to him, man, you know, you spend too much time with these guys on the party side versus doing a straight up business with them and they feel like they too close to you. So it's like they ain't really taking you serious for us with the signing part, you know. And because I remember, you know, and I'm proud of him too, man, because I like that he got people moving to his beat now, you know, and things of that nature. Because I remember one time he had asked me, he was like, he said, man, what we doing wrong? He said, man, because Puffy had threw a party in Miami. Now it had to be anywhere around, y'all could Google this, anywhere from 2009 and 2011. So it was somewhere in that one of those years that Puffy threw a party in Miami, and he was like, man, me and the homie pull up, and we was behind tents, and we were just checking out who all showing up at the party. And he said that he seen like Venus Williams and her friends, Serena and her friends, you know, he seen all these people put up at this party that mess with Cash Money too. He said, man, you know, they listen to our music, they mess with us, but they're not coming to our party, they're not supporting like that, you know, that kind of stuff. He said, you know, what you think, what we doing around? I said, well, first of all, Puffy is Hollywood, y'all Hollywood. I said, because those celebrities may feel like, man, we might go to a Cash Money party and get shot. Or anything, you know, it's like on some wild gangster stuff. So I was like, man, you know, just like Puffy using y'all now, because I think Puffy had to say, Birdman, I see what you're doing, kissed his ring or something one time. I said, just like he using you all, because he had took a picture by Nicki Minaj too. I was like, just like he using you all to show y'all fans that, you know, I'm kind of connected to them, I still rock with them. I said, you got to use Puffy for us with the party side. Throw Puffy's parties and let Puffy be there. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, you got to start seeing how people move in the industry, and you got to move how they moving, you know. And man, we had a very good relationship when I was in prison. We used to talk all the time.
Good. So now, next question is, RaRe Report, they did an interview with this guy named RaRe. How do you feel about what he said about you being lost?
How I feel about that? Well, I would say this. I have been incarcerated for a long time. I did 23 years, 10 months. So it's possible I can be lost. But I have a question for RaRe, you know, for him to make a statement that I'm lost, and correct me if I'm wrong, you all, you know, leave the comments, whatever. Even RaRe, for a guy that's lost, for like the last, I would just say for the last 2 months, is it true or not? I've had the internet in a frenzy. I mean, in a headlock, and then when I want to let it breathe, I palm it. So for a guy like me that's been locked up a long time, that is lost, like he say, I mean, I've been, you know, and I'm not a rapper, I'm not a celebrity, I'm not a movie star, none of this stuff. Just plain on me, just come home from prison, and I'm in everybody's mouth all over the internet, but I'm lost. Well, if that's lost, man, don't find me, RaRe. Why?
All right. So we've got another person, Wack100.
Oh.
You know, that's him and Birdman, they brothers, and he felt some type of way about someone from New Orleans correcting him when he said that you were not Birdman's brother, but he said he was because he spoke to him every day. How do you feel about that?
First of all, Wack100, because he kept my name in his mouth for a while when I come home. Well, not a while. I would say this about Wack. He produced a text message. I believe that text message. Let me just say that. Because I know the crackhead gang that Birdman plays. But Wack100, I want to say this, bro. You been a puppet for Birdman. And the reason why I say that is because you the only one that's coming out saying that's not Birdman's brother. Or, well, now you're not the only one that's saying that. Let me take that back. You the only one that I've been hearing saying, oh, Birdman said this about him. Birdman said that's not Birdman. Then he hit the wild story he out yeah, Birdman said that him and the Ian used to live next door to each other. What address that was when we lived next door to each other? Please get that to me, Wack. I'll pull up on you on the club. That's where you hang out at. But yeah, you've been a puppet for baby because at the end of the day, Birdman is a big celebrity, big dog. You got people that's two-step into whatever Birdman say. If Birdman never came out in the public or never came out on his Instagram or any platform and denounced me or say I'm not his family, why are you saying this? Why are you running back saying what Birdman's saying? He using you, man. Birdman want to say this. I believe he want to say this, but he using you and you falling for it. You going for it. Think about it. Why he never said it? Why he tell you that? Birdman be rapping. He on every corner. He everywhere. You gonna see that bird. He flying any weather. He already told us that. But anyway, let's keep it moving, man.
All right. So, all of the internet success you have, you got your YouTube channel, everybody love that, your Instagram, all of that. You have people stealing your content and then they remix it and make their own. How do you feel about all that? Like, how do you handle that?
It's back to what I said about history. Because at the end of the day, I respect the hustle. I respect that people are able to make some money, feed their families, pay their bills, or whatever the case may be, whatever they're doing with it. But it's going back to what I said. It's back to Terrance Gangsta Williams again. I'm all over. The one that's lost, I am all over. I'm in just about everybody's household. It's millions of people that Vlad, over 2 million views. Shout out to the real life street stars. I got 500,000 views over there, and that's growing. I mean, for a brother that's lost, man, I think I'm doing pretty good. I think so. I mean, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because, I make mistakes. I say stuff. I got to come back and clean this up, clean that up, certain stuff, but that's what we go through. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy to be a part of something that when people go to talking about success, when they go to talking about the internet, when they go to talk about what people are doing and how they did this and this, Terrance Gangsta Williams name going to come up.
All right. So, I'm going to shift it a little bit.
Okay.
So, as you know, I'm a native New Orleanian, so, I know a little bit about Hot Beezo and his many beefs. He was beefing with the D-Boys and Magnolia Slim at one time. I mean, what can you tell us, if anything, about that?
When that beef happened, how the beef first started with Hot Beezo and Magnolia Slim, they were arguing about Cash Money and No Limit. So they were in the project, and the problem is, you got all these little young boys out the project that's right there listening to them going back and forth. It went from joking and playing around to it turned, it got serious. And the young boys gonna rock with Magnolia Slim because this the project. Hot is not out the project. So automatically you outnumbered. So it went from the argument to gunplay. And, so the DBs was at, like right now to this day, when Hot go to, he got to look around, he be ducking and dodging, because you got the DB that was on his line, that's still on his line, and then you got the Bird gang. So it's like generations of brothers. People come. It was a young boy that got at him and hit him up when he got hit up. So, them the young boys on his top like a kufi, But at the end of the day, Hot, he in the streets, he do his thing. Well, he's from the streets, I would say that. Right now he's a Birdman butler, but he got a chance to, get up out of there. And shout out to Birdman, he's very smart too. He's very smart and calculated because think about this. Hot Beezo been with Birdman for 20 years. Now, you would think a man that's been with a man for 20 Birdman and Cash Money has sold over 1 billion records. They've made over $1 billion, whatever. Hits, I'm talking about hits after hits after hits. Some of the biggest artists that come through that roster. And you mean to tell me this is Birdman right-hand man, but he don't own a home? This is Birdman right-hand man, he don't own a car? This is Birdman right-hand man, he don't have $1 million in his bank account? There's nowhere in the world that I would be living with a multi-millionaire, somebody who might have touched $1 billion before this lifetime, and I have a diamond Chinese money. That's sad. You're a 50-year-old man that live with Birdman. But like I say, Birdman is smart because let me show you what he do. He got this big mansion. Come on, that's your room, boy. That's you. You might got a key. Or nothing, then again, he don't get no key. He might have to knock. But anyway, you got to ring the doorbell to come inside. But the thing is, here go all this materialistic stuff right here in front of you. Home of this you can ride this, drive this whenever you want to drive this. So now, I can't really think because now in his mind, man, I got access to all this stuff. But now when Mad Day come or when stuff is over with or when Birdman ready to retire, lay it down, and I got to go back to the hood, well, you gonna go back with that book bag. Well, Birdman might give some of the leftover clothes or some throwback, but he not gonna have anything. So now my thing is, what Hot should be doing and she'll be trying to do now, Birdman, you my people. We be together every day, just about. Listen, man, let me get this rapper. You co-sign him, put him up under me. Let me get a one-hitter quitter. So let me get something, make me some money. Let me put something up. You know what I'm saying? Where I can take care of my people, my family. You know. But like I said, a lot of guys don't think they think for the moment. They thinking like like it's gonna last forever. And Birdman show you, boy, he don't play now when it comes to taking care of now. You ain't gonna be getting all that money because I remember one time he told me on the phone. He was like, man, you know what's a white man feel? I said, no, what? He said, white man feel is them dying broke. And he said, you know what the black man feel? I said, no, what? If the black man feel is them dying in the ghetto. And he said, man, and that's my fear. I don't want to die in the ghetto and I don't want to die broke. So he hold on. He makes sure he gonna have money for the rest of his life. And that's what he been doing. I've been watching and following his pattern and peeping how his moves be. And that's what he do, man. That man's set for life. You know what I'm saying? But you got the little goofies that's around him, that's running with him, red, green, they just blind leading the blind. They don't know no better. They just happy to get on a tour bus. Man, I be tired I would get tired riding on the jail, but I do. I ride on the bus all over the world. Man, no. But anyway, next question.
So we just gonna follow up because Hot's response is check his resume.
So, go ahead.
Tell us.
Oh, his resume is impeccable. When it comes to the street, that's one thing I can never take from Hot is street gangster to the core, But what he do that even though we don't kick it, it has ticked me off is that you're from the streets, we ran side by side, but you let this industry stuff kind of blindside you, get you off track because you doing a lot of goofy stuff now. You're doing stuff that I'm like, what the world? It's not who I know. It's not who I ran with. Somebody that. But then he couldn't think too back then. He just was good. Just go do this, go do that. So I think that's just his natural role. That might just be that's just him.
Okay. So now they got a little guy named Polo Saucy, and he said that you baked the cake for his daddy. How do you feel about that?
Well, somebody sent it to me on Instagram. They sent me the video or whatever. And I see right now to this day that they got like 30,000 views on it. So back to what I was saying, for a guy like me that's lost, whenever my name is in the little title, I say the headline. That's good to say the headline. Can I say that?
Yeah,
that's good in that. Copy headline stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a headliner. Wow. So for a guy like me that's lost, whenever you put Terrance Gangsta Williams in any title, people gonna tune in. They gonna know what he did now. What's going on? What they talking about now? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but the guy, the Polo saw your bozo clown, cold clown. Who is his father? That's number one. Why he never say my daddy's son? Now he dark skin, doing his dark skin, like doing his daddy. But but cold clown. They got going on out here. What I learned, clickbait. So they put that up there, and he just flown with it. And he said his father was killed in '97 in front of 2001. So it was a club called 2001 back in the day. So who is his father? You know what I'm saying? Because none of my people was killed in 2004. So who was his father? But you know, like I say, I'm learning now that people are using me to get what they got to get. You know, I don't mind. You know, everybody hustles. The internet is the way of life right now. Everything is on the internet. They posting everything. Their house address, what kind of car they driving in, what club they gonna be in, what girl house they going to, the hotel they going to, the rental cars they driving. You know, the fake money they be having. You know, the props and all that stuff. You know, so the internet. Oh man, you know, and I'm still learning. So, you know, I'm lost. By me being lost, I still, you know, I need help. I need help, y'all.
So now, Tony Yayo. Tony Yayo was saying that, oh, they ratting, they not safe anywhere. They ain't safe. They ain't safe. What do you think about that?
Tony, I like how Tony Yayo answered Vlad. But this the problem with that. With Tony Yayo, it's like a contradiction to me. He say, when you rat, you're not safe on the streets, you're not safe in prison. I know about the part in prison, depending on what prison you're in, he correct, you're not safe. Now, Tony Yayo come right back and say, but they'll play basketball with a rat in the hood. So if the rat not safe on the streets and in prison, how you gonna come in the hood? I know in my hood, ain't no rat gonna play no basketball. That is not gonna happen in New Orleans. You a rat, you're not playing no basketball at all. Now, if a rat got some work, and the dudes might be like, all right, then I leave him alone, you know, because he ain't telling on certain stuff, so let him in, and he feed them, all right, cool. But think about this, Tony Yayo and everybody else who listen to that. When you say a rat can play basketball in the hood, you play basketball with a rat, you got to keep in mind, now you're giving the rat hope. And then the same rat that's shooting hoop, because you know a lot of people like to gamble, especially New York big for that stuff. I think Rutgers Park, that was known at one time for the basketball. So you know people gambling, playing ball. So now you got a rat running up and down this court, might hit a 3-pointer, you're gonna slap him on the butt, good game him, you're gonna good game. Someone might pawn it, get up all that stuff, pause, don't homo. That's what they like to say out there in New York. But come on, B, word, son. How you gonna say that a rat not safe on the street and in prison with paperwork, but yet you can play ball with it, he can play ball? Come on, man. A lot of these guys need to start thinking before they speak, you know, because at the end of the day, man, I know one thing, this though, that he capping because New York, when you a plate, when you food, at the end of the day, them Bloods, they only, man, listen, it's over with. You ain't playing no ball. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get balled up. That's one thing I can say about them Bloods up there up top. They only, Crips too. So, I don't know, man. And maybe that might be just in his neighborhood. They might got a special thing for the rats there.
Yeah, he need to stop all the capping. Yeah. So, let's talk about some more capping. Because you know, in the comments on certain YouTube videos, they talk about how Master P slapped you, and Master P did X, Y, and Z, and we barely even see Master P in New Orleans. So, how that go?
That's a lie. And the lie detector proved that was a lie. P speak about me in the Fed magazine. He said that we met up at a park, and that I didn't know him, he didn't know me, and they was pointing the finger saying I don't want to kill this cousin, and he said I wound up didn't have anything to do with it, which I didn't have anything to do with the cousin he's speaking on. But P cousin used to cut my hair. Rashid out the Magnolia Project, tall light skinned guy. Good dude too. As a matter of fact, he ran with the twins out the Magnolia Project. But Rashid, I had told her, I said, listen, man, you tell people when I see him, man, I'm trying to see him, we're going to hold court. I'm trying to see him, you know, because there was the rumor about the hit that he had out on me. But back when I was in the street, before I give up my stripes, before I give up my ghetto license, a man slapping me, it's got to be a second line. Mandatory. T-shirts. He gonna have that on. You know how people have a closed coffin. They had a little kindergarten picture with the 2 teeth missing in the front. That's what's gonna be on that coffin. A man slapped me. Now if a man slapped me, I might be like, why you did that? Like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, did you take your medication? You tripping, man? You know what I'm saying? But back then, nah. Now he slapped, I might be like, oh, what's up, man? You know, all right, man, don't do that anymore. I might, you know, let's talk about it, bro. Come and sit down and talk. But back then, nah, that was unheard of. I can't believe they come up with that wild, goofy stuff. But since I've been home, it's been all kind of wild, goofy stuff. I've enjoyed it though. Hey man, it's all good.
But people that even know, people who knew you then and know you now, still think that they'll say somebody did, you got in an altercation, that it would still end up bad. They believe that you are a changed man, but they do believe that it's still second line season if they play with you.
That's a fact. I agree with that because you gotta keep in mind, like I used to tell brothers in prison, good brother don't mean soft brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like I always say, I don't want no problem. I'm not looking for problems. But if a fire start, I will put it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the what you said, the law of nature. A man, a man has to defend himself. You know, like I said, I'm not looking for, like back in the day, I used to hunt trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm not looking for that stuff now. I'm enjoying life. I get to go to Popeyes. I get to see these women and go to Walmart. I'm enjoying life right now. Listen. I got this phone right here. This is my Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to work this one. I'm rolling with this one. But the iPhone 13, I don't know how to work that phone. I got to put. It's brand. I don't know how to work that. There's too much going on. So, I need help, y'all. I'm lost. I need help. Help. What you remember that thing back there, the commercial when they press the button and it's about to fall and can't get up? Remember that commercial?
Life alert.
Yeah, I need some help, man. But I tell you what though, I'm really enjoying. I listen, man. Like baby had told me when Birdman told me when I first come on, he said, man, listen, you only get 5 minutes of fame. Everybody gonna want to keep hearing your story, so make the best of it. And right now, that's what I'm doing, making the best of it. So whenever they decide to kick me to the curb, keep me on, we tired of you, I beat it. Because that's how social media do.
Mm-hmm.
The next man up. The next person come home, the next big thing come about. All right, this we on this thing here now. Cool. So by that time, I've been maybe a nice profit, and like I said, keep it moving,
So speaking of the next man coming home, that is probably going to be BG.
Okay, free BG.
Okay. Yeah. So what's up with you and BG? Is it still beef or is it?
Well, it was never beef. I just felt, I thought he was taking sides,
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that when you're incarcerated and when the person on the street is, they're more inclined to go with the person that's on the street because we know everybody, but I know he work, I know he'll work. They both street guys, but I'm out here with this guy, So I attacked him on Wax, on the thing, not Wax, but the YouTube. 10 years later, I came back. I apologized to him. I don't know where he's standing at now with it, but right now, at this point in my life, I'm good where I'm at. I don't buy friendship because it's too expensive. And I always tell people this. I tell brothers this in prison. It's over 1 billion Muslims in this world. So why would I care about who want to be my friend, who want to be my brother, when I got Muslims that pray, believe what I believe, and that I got to get to know and meet. You know what I'm saying? So if I want, I don't really dwell on who want to be my friend, who's mad with me, who's not, checking in with, what's up, hey man, what's up, y'all? I'm too old for that now. At this, I don't need no friends. When you got too many friends, that's when all the bull crap come on. That's when he say, she say, come on, yeah, such and such, and the jealousy and envy kick in. But when I be riding solo, it's just Terrance and Gangsta. You can have the ego, right?
Mm-hmm.
Different, So we be chilling. You know what I'm saying? So I like it like that. But free Jizzle, free BG. I would love to see him come home and do something positive, be successful in the rap game, do his thing. Because good man, soldier, gangster. I was telling the guy interview I did with Nah For Real, yeah, how BG got that name, how I met BG, and I gave it to him. I ain't gonna give it to y'all here because I gave it to that man over there. So I ain't gonna ruin that for him. He got a thing how I did with him called Nah For Real. But yeah, free Big Meech.
Free Big Meech, yes, yes indeed. Okay, so just elaborate a little bit on BG.
Oh, my man Bo too. My bad, excuse me. the Booby Boys, because they got some play or Supreme Court overturned or it's court defending case, so it's looking good for them. So I was just telling my partner Bo, he been down a long time. He been down like the same amount of time I've been down. He was young when he got out. He was a little younger than I was, from Miami, and I was telling him, man, it's different out here. I'm talking about different, so it's like you're gonna be excited too, But now what was you about to say?
So, for people that don't know, we kind of know how BG got his name because, you're True Story. Your name is all over that album. He shout you out in almost every song on that album. Chopper City Volume 1, he shout you out on that album too. So we know, you know what I mean, but just like y'all were really close, and then does a part of you feel like, okay, that was my little dog, that was my partner, or is it just it is what it is?
I don't hate BG. I don't have a problem or beef with him. It's just that what I'm learning, like I explained to in my apology, when you having a problem with one person, and he said in his song, the dude on the passenger side automatically. So at the end of the day, we still have our street ways. Whereas if a person I have a problem with, you rocking with him, you with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, that was the situation back then. But like now, like I say, I've moved on. I'm free. I'm home, so I don't get into who want to be my friend, who want to be cool. I mean, somebody hit me up, what up, boys? Shout out to Skiboo, good man too. Skiboo, I want to say that because I never want I never wanted to say his name. I did an interview and I was speaking about when I come home. It was two sisters, two females that gave me some money, and it was a guy, and that was who the guy was. Skiboo, he had gave him some money, and I could tell that he had was in a rush to peeled off his stash because he was $20 off. Like saving like I got like $4,480. You know what I'm saying? So that 20 would have been,
Mm-hmm.
500. So I was like, yeah, I said, yeah, he was in a rush or something. And I ain't gonna lie, I wanted for the loyalty. Just give me with him $20, man, because you had to want to give me an even 5,000 or something like, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever came in be, or the savings if he gave me $100. I mean, if he gave me $80, I mean, first your mind gonna be, man, you supposed to give me 100, man. Where the 20 at? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he had gave me a nice chunk that I didn't think that I would get. And he come right over there by my mother, happy. Yeah, like, oh, good looking out. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. He hit my hand. He showed me love.
Okay. So now we're gonna shift it.
We've been shifting all night. What gear we in now?
Now we're gonna talk about the First Step Act.
Okay.
Because you were a beneficiary of the First Step Act, like you directly benefited from it. Do you feel that alone is enough for people? Because Donald Trump plans on running again, even with all his legal trouble. Do you feel that if he was allowed to run again and people were able to vote for him, that would be enough? And if so, why?
I like that. You know what you do? I like that. What you just asked. Let me say this. I'm for the Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
To the bone. However, Donald Trump, what I like about Donald Trump, he let you know he racist. He let you know, I don't like you black people. But I know what I'm dealing with Trump. I know I got a man in this office that do not care about me, that do not like me. But he give us stuff. He help out. Some of the people that we put in office, we don't know who we did, and we don't know who these people are. They got all kind of hidden study be coming all out the world. How does that? What that happen? Like prime example, Joe Biden was one of the reasons at one time that me and a lot of people were stuck in prison. He put that law together. He came back and apologized for doing that. He said he was going to straighten that out. Now I know he been having a lot of stuff, but one thing I know about, I don't know, let me tell you, I don't mean to say one thing I know about, but I'm pretty sure that he have a lot of people in place that can fix this, that, get that stuff done, man. You got people that's still in prison that these laws are affecting, and then what they're doing is this. He passed something, a law, but now it's like okay, well, it's gonna be up to the judge. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if he do something, whatever he do, man, stop playing these crackhead games and go ahead on and be like, okay, the crack, the 1-to-1 ratio. Stop. You know, you got the crack here, you got the cocaine here. Like I had a heroin case. In my state, one bag of heroin used to get 99 years back in the day. But in the Fed, a key of heroin, you won't get like 3-4 years because this is a guideline situation.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with crack, because of the black people had it, you won't get 100 years. You won't get the football numbers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, now let me just say this. Let me answer your question because I went all around and stuff. That ain't enough for Trump to get in office.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Trump better than the stuff that's been out there. Now I know somebody was saying Boosie for president. Now they put Boosie in the White House. I would vote for Boosie.
It was like 1994, I think. Luke from Miami,
Yeah.
he ran for president.
I can see Luke down in the White House. Pop that, pop. Yo, I would love to go visit the White House when Luke was in the office, man. Man, Luke had them women walking around with, man, come on, man, catch the wall. Yo, that would be something. Yeah. Can you see Birdman being in the office?
Flying any weather.
So they call. Oh, you can see Birdman being. Yo, that would be gangster too, though. But go ahead.
So, okay, so like you said, you believe that Donald Trump is the better choice out of everybody. But do you think that like people should vote in local elections because your local elections influence the big election?
Yes. Can I vote now? I got my. They can let me vote.
You can.
I'm voting.
You should.
The local that counts, like you say, because I see when they had that the little runoff in Georgia, where it determined for Kamala Harris and for Joe Biden, right? Yeah, Trump was hot about that. He wanted to recount. Like, come on, Trump, man, stop it, bro. But yeah, that's very important. You know, we need to vote on this local level because that affects. And you got a lot of those senators and a lot of people be saying they're going to do this and that for the neighborhood. I got you. And as soon as you get in office, you just go kick your feet up. You know, you forget about us. Matter of fact, that's what I might do, run for something.
Yeah, you could run for like city council. Because city council, they make the local policies. So it's city council to lay the groundwork.
Yeah.
And then from city council, you could go to like state representative. From state representative, you can go to senator.
Slow down. I ain't asked you all that. I didn't need to know one thing. Can I run for the city council?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. That's what I needed to get the paperwork. Let's get that started so I could run for that. And I'm putting the Magnolia back. I'm building that back. That's going back. We taking all that little funny looking stuff they got up around there, and I'm putting them bricks back up.
Harmony Oaks. You're going to take
it.
Harmony Oaks.
I want that know you back. You hear that know you clap.
So what do you see from when you went in? You went in 1998.
Huh?
So 1998. Let's go back. Like Cash Money was like already national. Master P was trying to hold on to the little bit he had. New Orleans was really, it was pretty much at the forefront musically. But aside from just New Orleans being at the forefront musically, now that you're home, what do you see the future of New Orleans? Do you think it has a good future? Do you think it has a future? You know, and elaborate, please.
Man, you just confused me. That's why that man said I'm lost now. You just saw that long, you just asked me so much stuff. I can't process all that you just asked me. No, but let me see something here. First of all, let me correct you. Cash Money wasn't national. They had a big buzz. I got locked up in March of 98. They got the deal in March of 98.
Mm-hmm.
P was crunk up then. You say you trying to hold him. He was hot then, doing his thing. P was on the rise, was doing his thing. Now, what other stuff you said? Because like I said, this brand, I'm not young though. I can't process all that what you just said.
But see, Cash Money took over for the 99 and the 2000. That's why I'm saying P was holding on.
But P was still rocking then.
But he wasn't when back that thing came up. He was done.
No, girl.
He was done.
Come on, you got to keep in mind, P still had that Benz and Hummer. We bought that.
Oh no, wasn't nobody feeling that. We was bling blinging.
We was
still Cash
hot.
Money is Army. Okay.
Yeah.
We was doing all that. We wasn't talking about that.
But P still hadn't went 4-time platinum at that time.
He did. He went for Hootie Hoo, yes.
Okay,
Make him
4
say,
or 5. Yeah.
yes, but that was 97.
Well, no, 97.
Yeah.
The 99 was 97. 4 or 5 Hummer, that's...
About that is like
Is-
99, but that
Yeah.
wasn't, it didn't compare to Cash Money. It did not compare to Bling Bling. It did not compare to Back That Thing Up. It did not compare to It didn't compare to none of that.
Let me just say this, because I didn't...
And I lived in 2 separate places. I lived in New Orleans and I lived in Colorado. So
Colorado,
I saw...
y'all ain't getting no music up there, girl. All that was snow.
I saw
And
the
y'all running from
influence.
Bell
I
and
saw
stuff.
it shift. Okay? I saw the shift.
Let's do this. Let's do this. This for the argument's sake. Get your phone or get something and Google No Limit when Pete album dropped. Because I know I can still say in 99, 2000, No Limit was still doing their thing. That's what I'm saying.
The last dime, maybe.
Hey,
The last dime.
Let's just do this here. Whoever right, go. You gotta buy me some Popeyes. I'm right. I need a 4-piece dog. So, if I'm right, so what I'm saying is 99, 2000 Pete, No Limit was still gone. Now we're gonna leave that there.